This Saturday of college football rolls on with a mid-afternoon feast. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon State head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Cougars will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. He'll bring it out. It's Durant. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. This guy's reliable, doesn't mind doing the dirty work. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. 3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And the Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's it, fly. Complete in the middle. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Beavers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field. They get on the scoreboard, David. I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talked about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talked about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that, might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Makes the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He'll try it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one. It's tough to take an injury this early. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the second straight play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. He'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's enough to move the change for the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
With the catch, it's Walker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be third and long. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. In the red area, it's Hughes. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and get...
Makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Houston! The extra point here would tie the game. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Durant. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Easy completion on the shuffle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. The run inside. It's Hatcher. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run the counter. There's a crease. Oh, what a cut! He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
One of the things I love about these misdirection type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got the quick completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with the lone back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
They'll ride the hot hand. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. This is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Looking for room. It's Hughes. Maybe a crease. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Finds his man. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Durant. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stops with a first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Running inside. It's Newberry. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On target. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Murphy. Caught over the middle, it's Nolan. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Beavers can really attack on this second and short. Pucks it out of the air. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here comes the heat. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pocket breaking down. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Just a well-oiled offensive machine. They make the play, they get the spike, and now a chance to score before the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second...
Oh, he's got some space. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Creates a little space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Quickly complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Sprinting away. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal coming up. He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The run inside. It's Sanford. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. And after that last field goal, they start this 3rd quarter, find themselves playing from behind. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Throwing right. And wings it incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for space. It's Hatcher. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in from the Houston sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabs it in the middle. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to them. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
As we head into the 4th quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Bringing the heat. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet forward catch is plenty to give them a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Strong, firm tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense...
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. On the ground with the counter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Maybe some room here. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Murphy. Quickly out to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
3rd and long, they're throwing the out route, trying to get it on the boundary, but a great job by the defense, anticipating it and then knocking it away.
Punt is on its way. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field.
There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Beavers using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And, man, this is a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big time. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game.
Turning it on. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
It's complete to the left.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. From the red zone, it's Hughes. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Line is set on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that.